Now the humble suburban news agency taking its own stand against the coronavirus threat. In a move that's blindsided loyal customers, it's banned cash sales.
We don't know whether or not people have coughed on them, sneezed on them, and whether or not there has been mucus deposited on them.
It's a surface many of us touch every day.
I think they're worried about these.
And now some retailers are making a case against cash.
He lost me as a customer.
But how easy is it to catch coronavirus from our currency?
It's yet another location and another object that can be cross-contaminated.
COVID-19 has already wreaked so much havoc around the world, sending stock markets tumbling. And tonight, we want to know, can the humble banknote cause just as much destruction? To find out, we visited environmental microbiologist Cameron Jones.
Your wallet is essentially a petri dish.
His verdict in a moment. First, the Melbourne news agency dividing opinion.
Unfortunately, this might be my last paper that I buy here for a while because I only pay by coins.
Lynette is a loyal customer at her local News Express in Melbourne's Toorak, but says she won't be coming back as long as cash here is banned.
If they're only going to take credit card, my bank charges a surcharge, so I might as well go to Woolworths and buy something else.
Today, customers were warned from next week, currency's no longer welcome.
So
do you pay with cash?
Yeah, I did just now, but it'll be okay with me.
Where returns carried, they're carried on surfaces. It's a reasonable thing.
I'm actually from Italy and my family is there, and obviously the situation there is pretty crazy, and I guess that if they knew before how it was gonna end, they probably would have started taking, better and bigger measurements before.
News agency worker Anna tells us her boss agreed to the policy after staff became concerned.
We had a meeting all together and we just decided that this would just be a small step to minimize the risk.
I'd be holding on to them and going paperless for transactions as much as possible in the coming weeks and months.
So, just how dirty is our money? We're back at the office of scientist Cameron Jones, who runs the Biological Health Services Lab.
Now, look at all the dirt and debris and microorganisms that are probably present on this banknote already.
He says the surface of our money could serve as a home for microscopic droplets of the virus.
It's a very real phenomena and it can't be underestimated. And because this is a virus which can transmit both in the airspace and then persist in the environment on settled surfaces, it's a real big concern.
But a lack of scientific studies makes it difficult to determine how easily transmission may occur and how long the bug could remain active.
We really don't know about COVID-19, but certainly I would be saying a minimum of 2 weeks, right up to potentially 17 days.
In China, a woman made headlines after going to extreme lengths, putting her notes into the microwave and burning them. Authorities there and in South Korea are taking money from high-risk areas like hospitals and sanitising them.
However, for our Australian banknotes being polymer-based, obviously you're not going to be able to heat them up to 150 degrees Celsius. So that's going to be a problem.
If you are handling cash, the World Health Organization recommends washing your hands afterwards, especially if you're touching or eating food.
One option is to use alcohol swabs. Now, we don't really know whether this is going to be effective at scale, obviously, but for one bill at a time, it's better than nothing.
Or you could always invest in one of these, an industrial strength ultraviolet light.
And that deactivates the DNA, so it prevents it from being alive, essentially.
Oh, why don't they wear gloves?
But some aren't even willing to take the chance.
And would you encourage other businesses to do the same?
Absolutely, absolutely.